Hey, Bernie from The Traveling Dog. I got a message from a viewer the other day, and it was asking what my thoughts are on dog parks. Now, excellent question, because I get asked this all the time. And I'm not a huge fan of dog parks. Why? Because most of the dogs that are there, most of the people that are there, have dogs that they don't trust off leash, so they can't control in situations where there's no fence everywhere. So what happens is when you have a whole bunch of those dogs in one area, that's when issues happen because people can't call their dogs off and blah, blah, blah. The other thing that happens at dog parks is, this is more with small dog parks, you have a whole bunch of people standing around, drinking their coffee, smoking their cigarettes, and chatting. That's fine. It should be a social thing for the humans as well as the dogs. But when you stand around, this is when issues happen. Issues typically happen around owners' feet or within 6 feet of them. Why? Because dogs are used to being on leash, a 6-foot leash, and a lot of dogs are a little bit weird around their owners when other dogs come around. So if you can just keep walking, that will get rid of a lot of these little fights, if you want to call them that everyone complains about at dog parks. The other problem I have with dog parks is the pack changes constantly. When I had my dog daycare, dogs had to be there between 8 and 9 o'clock. So there was a 1-hour window that every dog had to come, and if they didn't get there, if they came late, depending on the dog, they couldn't come to the daycare. Why? Because every time a new dog comes in, it changes everything. So at a dog park, you constantly have dogs coming and going. You have a whole bunch of dogs playing, they've maybe been playing for an hour, and then they're kind of tired, and then another high energy dog comes flying into the dog park, and that often doesn't go over well with dogs that have figured out the pack already. And then you get these little scuffles, and then the owners get mad, and then it's a gong show. So what happens is when people go to the dog park every Saturday, or they go every morning and they create a routine, your dogs get so excited when you drive into the parking lot and you get to that dog park. They're crazy. And you get them into the dog park and it's just a gong show. That's why a lot of people don't have control of their dog, is because they don't have control of their dog driving into the parking lot or even leaving the house if the dog knows where they're going. So this is why dog parks, yes, they're great. Your dog can meet other dogs, which is awesome. Your dog should have at least 10 different dog friends. But get your dog out to other trails. Teach them how to be off leash. Dogs, yes, they love the dog park, but the reason they love the dog park is because that's the only place that you let them off leash. But if you can learn to take them to new places, they will love you even more for that. So my opinion on dog parks, sure, they're great. It's a great idea to have a place where dogs can be off leash, but teach your dog to be off leash so that you can go to other trails and get away from all of these dogs that maybe aren't very well socialized. And if you have an issue at the dog park, just leave. Don't bother starting anything. You know you're not going to win the fight. Don't bother posting it online. You're not going to win the fight. You're just going to draw all this negative energy to you, to the dog park, to the dogs, and it's not good for anybody. So thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe on YouTube so that you get our videos. There's going to be a ton of stuff coming up, and watch some of our other videos, and we love having you as a viewer. Cheers!